Are we rolling? Hi everybody! Yes, this is my second bottle of wine. No, it's not product placement. Yes, I showed up drunk for work. No, I'm not ashamed. Isn't it some kind of prerequisite in America? In order to get places, you have to lose your shame? Kind of makes me miss King's Landing. Aww, simpler times. An era where both authoritarianism and incest were cool. Oh wait, is that why Trump wants to appoint a new ultra-conservative Supreme Court justice before the election? He hopes to send America back to the dark ages so that he's gonna be able to, I don't know, poison Melania and marry Ivanka? In that case, can someone please tell him that all those evangelical voters of him might be cool with him cheating, raping, even becoming a traitor/dictator? But they would never actually allow him to marry his own daughter, because that might save us all some very, I don't know, stressful next few weeks. Since I last saw you, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, and long story short, it looks like the show Shameless just got a new Washington DC spin-off. Give it up for Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, and Mitt Romney for their breathtaking... I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I meant to say for their women's reproductive rights taking away performance in the Shameless spin-off called Spineless and Proud. I just have like one question. Will the president now have to appoint an in White House doctor on call to give, to give out, like an abortionist for all those unwanted pregnancies by, like the Republican senators' mistresses? Because if that's the case, I have the perfect candidate for you. He's going to be a great fit. His nickname is the Uterus Collector. He works at an ICE detention center in Georgia. He has been giving mass hysterectomies on immigrant women, and he's... I'm sorry. Breaking news. Mike Pence just had a heart attack. Apparently, he had no idea that any of his Republican buddies supported women's rights to choose, to not make them fathers without their consent. But seriously, is anybody even surprised at this point that all Republican politicians went back on their word? Where were you guys during the GOP 2016 primaries? Don't you remember back then when lying Ted Cruz, what he used to say about Donald J. Trump, long before he and the rest of the party realized that in order for the Republicans to win, they needed to mobilize a more, spicy fan base, the kinds of people who will gladly tattoo their chest with the American flag, but then also go and barbecue outside Auschwitz, drink Russian beer, and discuss how elated they feel that they defeated those crazy radical liberals who want to turn this country into a God forbid cuckoo land where science is real, the environment is protected, workers receive a livable minimum wage, every person has health insurance, billionaires pay their fair share of taxes. There's no such thing as information controlling oligarchs. The police are the protectors of communities. They don't go around shooting black people, and then they don't get away with murdering black people. People aren't discriminated against because of the color of their skin, their religion, sexuality, gender pronouns, where they choose to pee, access, or dietary habits. Yes, mom, I'm vegetarian, deal with it. And if you want to go to university, that doesn't automatically mean you'll find yourself starting life at 21, $100,000 in debt. I mean, yeah, who wants to live in that world? Boo! I certainly don't. I want to be in Trump America, where men feel they can put their hands down my pants without asking because the president told them it's okay to do so. And if I have to have my appendix removed, I can always sell my kidney. Isn't that why we have two of them? I don't know, you guys, maybe I was a little bit naive. I mean, I used to believe that even though Democrats and Republicans agree to disagree on certain light issues, you know, issues like who's going to be in charge of my uterus or which one of my gay friends won't be able to have a big fat gay wedding, I very, very naively believed that when it came to real issues, serious issues, Republicans and Democrats saw things eye to eye. Issues like, you know, foreign interference during a presidential election, or have another one. RSVPing no to every event you're invited to by a Nazi. Or the fact that the movie Cats should never have been made. And fine, as a James Corden fan, I'm willing to let that last one go. But can't we at least agree on just one simple yet fundamental thing? That in a free and democratic election, the loser has to peacefully transfer power to the winner, even though I know, the winner in America isn't always the winner, because you guys have this thing called, what's the word? What's that word? Oh yeah, anti-democratic thing called the Electoral College, which apparently you keep around because it makes every election a nail-biter. But even in this messed up little system, until now, there was no need for violence, bloodshed, riots, the army to get out on the streets to make sure that the person who is sworn in as president in January is the same person that was chosen by the majority of the American people. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Is the person that got most of the votes of the... Chris, sorry, can you just explain to me again how this electoral college thing works? No, don't tell me what democracy is. I'm Greek, we kind of invented the whole thing. You know what? Just explain baseball to me. Seems like that's easier to get than what's happening in America right now. And it's kind of ironic though how the one person who gave a very chilling speech this week to warn all Americans and non-Americans living in America, we exist too. Hi, I see you, my immigrant brothers and sisters. To warn us about the fact that we need to take Trump seriously when he's saying that he's not going to accept the outcome of this election if it's not in his favor, is a man that the Republicans have been calling a dangerous communist, watch out! And the Democrats have been lovingly calling a dangerous socialist, watch out! Yes, that's for you, Mayor Pete. I still remember what you said in Las Vegas. And I'm talking, of course, about Bernie Sanders, who has been trying to warn all of us about the fact that we might have to literally fight to save democracy in the, and here comes another irony, #1 republic on earth. And I know now what you're all thinking. You're all thinking that, Liana, you love Bernie Sanders because he looks just like your dad. And no, you're wrong. In fact, if anything, I love my dad more because he looks like Bernie, okay? But seriously, do you see now why I've been drinking all week? Because I am scared. I'm scared. Who's gonna stand up to Trump when he loses, if but hopefully when, and doesn't concede? The Republicans who willingly chose to get in bed with a man who has repeatedly sent dozens of Facebook friend requests to Kim Jong-un? You know, back in 2016, I was even more naive than now. If you can believe that, I know. I used to believe in true love and all that. Aww. So back then, I actually thought that when the GOP accepted a mentally unstable sociopath as their candidate, it was a bit like me when I go on a hike and I walk down the trail and suddenly I hear like from the bushes next to me, and I don't want to look because as long as I don't see, I don't know what it is for sure, so I just keep walking and I start praying and I'm like, please let it not be a snake, please let it not be a snake. And then the sound gets louder and louder and it starts following me, and now I'm trying to manifest a squirrel and I'm like, please let it be a squirrel, please. It's a squirrel, yeah, it's a squirrel. And then boom, out of the bushes comes Harvey Weinstein. Fuck! You know, I thought it was a bit like that, but now I realize it's a bit of a false analogy. You know, false analogies like comparing staying at home order during the pandemic to slavery. Because when the GOP got in bed in 2016 with Trump, it's not like they got in bed with Tom Cruise who then took off his face mask only to reveal that it's been Adolf Hitler all along. They went in bed with a candidate who told his fans in 2016, hey, by the way, if any of my Second Amendment nuts friends want to take a literal shot on my opponent, I'm cool with that, just so you know. I mean, are those the people we're counting on to make Trump step down? I mean, is there anybody, just one, give me one decent Republic? Oh yeah, I got this. Dear Mitt Romney, back in February you voted to impeach Trump because you put country over party. Remember that when you pretended to still have a conscience? Where did it go now, buddy? Do you only follow it when there are no real-life consequences? You know, when you also marched with the Black Lives Matter movement, and we all finally thought, finally, a decent Republican, thank you. But that didn't stop any cops from killing black people on the streets or in their beds. By the way, did you say her name? When you were marching, did you yell out justice for Breonna Taylor? Because this seems like it's not happening either. So, I mean, now that your voice and your vote could actually make something happen or not happen, now that you could vote not to confirm Trump's pick for the Supreme Court merely weeks before the election, now, Mitch, dear Mitch, you seem to have completely lost your integrity. What's happening? Is your hatred towards women and LGBTQ people so much deeper than your love for democracy and the Constitution? Or maybe did you literally misplace your conscience and you can't find it? Because if that's the case, I want to help, so I am issuing an Amber Alert. Lost. Republicans' respect for democracy, Constitution, and their own words. Last seen on Fox News back in 2016 when they were criticizing President Obama and they were trying to block his Supreme Court nomination months before the election. He found, please return to the Capitol, preferably in time for Amy Coney Barrett's hopefully not confirmation hearing for the Supreme Court. I mean, dear audience, no reason to despair, because there is still one person who can save American democracy, and I am gonna talk and address that person directly right now. Dear Mr. President, yes. I'm ready. Hey there, you sexy genius. Hi. I am so proud of you. Who's my good boy? Yes, you are. You're doing an excellent job. You're freaking phenomenal. You are definitely one of the smartest people on earth of all times. I mean, sure, liberals enjoy calling you an idiot, but you have proved that you knew right from the beginning how dangerous COVID was gonna be. You know when not to wear a mask and throw tantrums. Lock her up. Build that wall. And you also know when to wear a mask and not throw a tantrum. I mean, you know exactly how to speak to make your fans worship you and make liberals dismiss you as an idiot. That stand, person, woman, man, camera, TV, was a move. The liberals are so blinded by their arrogance, they don't even recognize you are giving the performance of a lifetime. Screw the cognitive test. Have you ever taken an IQ test? Because I am willing to bet that your IQ is as big as, you know, your penis. But Donald, I have to be honest with you, I am a tiny bit concerned, okay? I haven't seen you smile in such a long time. Are you happy? The last time I've seen you laugh was in that Mar-a-Lago video where you're dancing next to supermodels, chatting with your good old pal, Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, remember your two cute little creeps? Don't you miss that? You have given all that up for what? To live in a boring White House that doesn't even have a golden toilet. You sacrificed your multi-billion in-your-face IRS dollar lifestyle, you know, for what? To have to listen to national security advisors every day, and you can't even grab women by the pussy anymore. And all that without not even as much as a thank you from the people you wanted to impress in the first place. Because you and I both know why you ran, okay? You have always wanted to sit at the cool kids table, you know, with that Hollywood elite your fans hate so much. All those mean A-listers, they keep making fun of you. And I'm not talking about that time where Comedy Central threw you your own roast, you know, even though at the moment you were championing birtherism. No, I'm talking about all those overestimated, you know, Oscar winners who are still laughing at you and they don't recognize you as their peer. Well, Donald, I know how you can win their hearts for real this time. Because I know your secret. You despise your fans. Shh, don't worry, your secret's safe with me. But I mean, I know you look at those QAnon followers and you're thinking, God, what wackos! You have named your mail list basket of deplorables. Don't worry. I have a way out from all this. What? Yes. All you need to do is concede. No, wait, don't go. Just listen for a sec. I know. You hate losing. Who doesn't? I'm 25 and I'm still upset when my 5-year-old nephew beats me up on basketball, on Facebook basketball. Nobody wants to be a loser, but guess what's worse than that? Wasting 4 more years of your life trapped in a boring-ass job, unable to attend any beauty pageants while your wife disrespects you in public. And I know that nobody loves America more than you. You are a true patriot. But does that mean you have to sacrifice your own happiness? No, it doesn't. You know what? Maybe America deserves Joe Biden. Maybe let him handle all the shit while you sit back, relax, and enjoy how much people miss you. Come on, Don. What do you say? I know you want to leave a legacy, but you're already pretty up there. I mean, here's Hitler and here's you. And this is what's going to happen. If you keep going down the same path you are on now, you know, threatening to rig the election, trying to cheat, saying you're not going to accept the outcome, then you will forever be known as the second Hitler. And do you really want to be known as the second anything? Let all ballots be counted, and then you can concede with the most magnificent speech that's gonna make Hollywood come. Bill Maher will be jerking off to your speech. The failing New York Times will put you on the cover with the title, President Donald Trump, the hero who saves American democracy by handing over power peacefully to boring Joe Biden. Sure, your fans are gonna be a tiny bit upset, but hey, you sexy beast. It's gonna be your job to calm them down, okay? I'm counting on you. And I'm pretty sure folks will be perfectly happy to give you your own show so that your fans will not miss your greatest hits. So what do you say, Don? You want to steal the show on Inauguration Day when Joe Biden gets sworn in as president, but everybody is thanking you for the peaceful transition of power? I will write you that speech. Just call me. Come on. Let's make Hollywood come. And speaking of Hollywood, I don't know if you guys watched the Emmys last week, but it turns out that Jimmy Kimmel hates immigrants. No, No, of course he doesn't. But after watching the Emmys, Guillermo moved, just in case to be safe, if Jimmy Kimmel jokingly sent ice over to his place. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, Jimmy Kimmel was nominated for Outstanding Variety Comedy Series along with Trevor Noah, Samantha Bee, Stephen Colbert, and John Oliver. And even before he said hello to them, Kimmel made a joke about how Colbert was the only other American in the category. Because, you know, it's not Jimmy's fault. I mean, comedians are the last people to know that comedy has the power to perpetuate dangerous stereotypes. Okay, Kimmel didn't really say that immigrants, we are coming for American jobs. He only said we are coming for his Emmy. And guess what? He was right, because John Oliver won, and then naturally Kimmel said he was gonna report him to ICE. Oh, come on! He was only joking, relax. Why are you so offended? Because he made that joke on the same week we found out about, you know, the allegations about the mass hysterectomies at the ICE detention center in Georgia. And I'm not saying that people cannot make ICE jokes, by the way. I'm just saying, you know what, just let me show you how it's done. Please don't call ICE on me. I am here, I am completely legal. This is my passport, my visa, my work permit, my social security number is 261-435. Oh shoot! Oh no, please don't shoot! Please do not shoot! I know you love your guns, Second Amendment, I get it. It's a constitutional right, I get it. I actually don't get it at all. I mean, in Greece, people cannot own guns and we have 0 mass shootings, but I'm not here to tell you how to run your country. I don't want to take your guns away, please. Don't deport me. Just let me be and I'll do anything you want. I love America. I want to be a real American. I'm going to wear the MAGA hat, like give a blowjob to Mitch McConnell. Just don't shoot me, please. Dear Jimmy, I know you're a great guy. I've been to your show twice. You didn't think you were punching down because you thought you were talking to your peers, and it's not your fault. You clearly have no idea what it means to be an immigrant in America, but hey, there's a solution. Me! Hire me! I'm happy to use my pain for your comedy. Sure, it's gonna be a demotion. I mean, here I'm the executive producer, showrunner, host, but if you want to make me an offer, I will happily think about it. But there are like so many companies that run diversity programs, and it seems that some of them exist only to check some kind of diversity box on a PC to-do list without actually offering people real opportunities. Did you even hear what the Wells Fargo CEO said about the lack of diversity in his company? He said that it is due to the fact that there isn't a big enough pool of black talent.
Idiot!
Yeah, if he hangs out near predominantly white pools, probably he's not gonna find many people of color there. But even Bill Maher, he wrote an Oscars No White editorial to complain about the new rules the Academy issued for movies for just the Best Picture category, by the way. And Bill, why are you so upset? You are ruining my sexual fantasies of us. But that's on me because I always fall for the wrong man. Nobody is trying to stop white straight dudes in Hollywood from making movies with their other white straight pals. Okay, I'm sure you guys will have no problem financing them, and maybe you will even win another Oscar or two, you know, like Best Director, where women aren't even nominated. Why do you have to have everything? Oh wait, I just got it. Until now, white straight men in Hollywood used to be like the only child, and it turns out there's a little sister in the family now, and daddy and mommy want you to share your toys with her, but you are pissed. Well, no reason to freak out, because it will be a really long time before equality is ever achieved. But I actually agree with Bill Maher's final point. People of color and women, we don't want to be employed to fill out some PC quota. We want to be hired because we're good. But guess what? If that's the only way I'm gonna get to 30 Rock, I'm gonna freaking take it, okay? Because we need people to get past their initial bias and give us the same kind of opportunities they've been enjoying their whole life. There's none left. And that's our show. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, please love yourselves and each other. And please check your voter registration status. Even if you think you're registered, please check it now. It only takes 2 minutes, and I've read some crazy stories, okay? I love you, dear America. Please know I am not here to take your Emmys or your Oscars. I'm here to take your Golden Globes. By the way, Liz Feldman, hi Liz, dear Liz, I love Dead to Me. It's one of my favorite shows ever, and I noticed there's like an open storyline about Greek mafia. So just throwing an idea out there, if by any chance you need like a Greek matriarch figure for season 3, I would love to audition. Please, and thank you. Okay, everybody, take care.